Today's awesome dude of the week is Brahmagupta. Born in Rajasthan, he wrote some math books and ran this astronomical observatory. Granted, I don't know all that much about math, but seems like owns pretty much all the accolades. He's got his own formula, and his own theorem, and his own identity, and his own problem, and his own matrix. Those are just the things that has named after him. He also did some stuff with pi and linear equations and combining fractions and this. Devised an interpolation method for finding new values of the sine function. Had a theorem on rational triangles. And while it wasn't completely general, he nevertheless provided the first explicit solution of the quadratic equation. Quite obviously, was one of the most important mathematicians ever. Without a doubt, the coolest thing he did, though, was lay down the law regarding zero. Now, us Americans figured out the whole zero thing independently, but folks in the old world were confused till explained it to them. Of course, the Babylonians had been using it as a placeholder, but it wasn't until broke it down for posterity in one of his books that everyone learned a positive plus zero is a positive. A negative plus zero is a negative. 0 plus 0 is 0. A positive plus a negative of that same number is 0. 0 divided by a positive is 0. 0 divided by a negative is 0. C was the first to use 0 as a number, not just as a placeholder or a symbol for the absence of stuff. A millennium and a half later, some of his zero rules are a bit outdated, but still, was also into astronomy. Used his math skills to estimate that the length of a year was 365 days, 6 hours, 5 minutes, and 19 seconds, which wasn't quite as accurate as, but still good enough for calculating solar and lunar eclipses and other such ephemerides. Also had a big versus with the flat earth people, since knew that our planet was spherical. They offered the typical arguments like, if the world were round, we would fall off. He was like, no. The earth has gravity. He also explained to everyone that the moon is closer to the earth than is the sun. He was like, then the near side of the moon would always be bright. But it's not. That's why when the sun changes its position, the moon gets illuminated differently. Made possible lots of math and science and stuff with his discoveries and explanations. We especially owe him for the defining of, which led to and 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 and